Everybody gets a big kick out of us feeding the deer, and I've got a deer feeder. We're going to try to make Roland into the deer whisperer out here. We're going to take Roland in the pen with us. Roland Martin, my buddy Roland Martin. We're going to take Roland in the pen with us, and I've got a bag fixed for him here that's got about 5 pounds.
Look at that.
About 5 pounds of carrots, grapes, and apples.
Grapes and apples and stuff.
And we're going to go in and let him feed Prince Charming. Hopefully, Prince Charming will come up to him, the big giant albino buck, and hopefully also we'll get. I know that little whitey and wild child, they're pretty tame. Red split ear and red rose, they'll be in there also. So we're gonna go in the deer pen here, and I'm gonna video Roland and let Roland feed the deer, and let's just see what happens. This ought to be pretty interesting.
What you got there, Jimmy?
Bright collar we're gonna put on wild child.
Okay.
And now the other deer may pull it off, but we'll put that on her. That way we can tell her apart from the other doe. She's got so big.
Okay.
She was born. Well, she's about 18 months old. You stay back. Go down. Right, stay. What you doing, buddy?
This deer really is tame. Is that one of Lucy's?
No. This deer. Whitey is his dad, which is a 300 score buck we had, and that's why he's got such great antlers. He's gonna have super antlers.
Now, how old is that one?
He's 18 months. It's his first horns.
Holy moly!
That's his very first horns. Not even 18, probably 16 months old. You can see he's a 12 point.
Wow!
And it's gonna get really big. All right, we're gonna go back there.
This is a treat for me. Boy, Jimmy, you've done so much in the last couple of years. Really improved this whole big operation.
Yeah, we put an area up here where we could raise babies that were abandoned or sick that we had to doctor and had to try to keep alive, or babies that were injured that their mama wouldn't raise them. If the deer are injured, their mama won't hardly raise them.
Really?
Kind of a funny deal. They'll just abandon them, let them die. Just a survival of the fittest deal. Okay, what we're going to do down here, and I'm going to put this collar on wild child before we quit. I'm going to get Roland down here in the middle. Look here. Look at these deer coming over here. There's a big white albino. And I imagine little whitey should be following us. Look at there. Little whitey's back behind us. He's just following us right along. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Yeah. He's following us right along. And we'll get down here in the middle somewhere. Oh, there's the two babies. There's split ears babies right over there. I'm going to zoom in on them just because they're there. They're hard to see down there. They're so tiny, especially Tiny. Those two babies are named Tiny, and look how he's like half the size of the other fawn. They were born the same day. The tiniest fawn we've ever had. The latest we've ever had them born in the year. You can see how small Tiny is. Now, those are both does. It's not a buck and a doe, as you might think. Those are both does. Prince Charming's the father, so they have the albino genes in them, and if we can get them bred with an albino buck, which we do have, we might have pieballs here on Twin Eagle, which is what we want. You look at both those deer. Their tags are a little overweight in their ear, but those ears will straighten back out, and they'll be just fine. They'll be just fine. All right, Roland.
Okay, I'm feeding
I'm just gonna let you start feeding.
I'm doing.
Okay.
Eating deer. They're eating. They love the grapes.
They love the grapes, especially Whitey. Whitey's a grape hound. I promise you, he's a grape hound. And Prince Charming, I hope, will come over here, and Rose and Split Ears, once they see you eating, they're going to come over here. But now these two we raised by a bottle. This is Wild Child. No, it's not Wild Child. That's Split Ear. See her ear is split?
Yeah.
Since she got her name, she had a tag in there and got it hung in a fence sometime. And she's, we named her Split Ear, and that's those baby's mamas. That's the baby's mamas right there. I'm hoping we get Wild Child over here, because I definitely want to get this collar on Wild Child. Might throw a few out there on the ground, see if they'll come over a little closer.
That's one. Likes that one. Yeah.
Some horseflies out here.
I know, they're biting.
Horsefly will be on my back.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know where Wild Child is. She was out here. She should be coming up here. I thought that was a wild child split ear. You see how big split ear is. She's an old doe. She's 7 or 8 years old. And you see, she'll try to get in that bag if she can. You can see what's going on there. So far, Roland's only been able to entice split ear and little whitey up there to eat out of his hand. But now the white doe won't eat out of your hand.
Really?
You'll just have to pitch some after on the ground to them. But now Prince Charming is probably going to come over there.
Yeah.
And I imagine a wild child will come over there. Just throw a handful out there on the ground, just 10 foot away from you. So look at the little does running over there, taking off 100 miles an hour. Whitey, I don't have the food. Roland's got the food, buddy. Roland's got the food, pal. Yeah. I just come over here to see you, Jimmy. I love you. I just come over here to see you. But we're trying to get. So far, if you'll just wait, they'll come to you.
Okay.
Hey, here comes Prince Charming. He's probably.
Oh wow!
Just hold it out there to him. He'll come. Once he gets over and gets used to you, I think he'll come right over there and start eating out of your hand.
Well, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a big one. He broke that drop tine off, and that drop tine, of course, has died. Doesn't have any blood going to it because it's broken off and it's black.
Huh?
Terrible looking. And, yeah, I can't believe a little whitey. Maybe if I'm standing up there beside you, I might relax a little bit. Don't walk toward them. Walking toward them is that's what bugs them. They got to come to you. That's how we get the wild ones, to come up. Is
Oh, really?
we don't ever walk toward them. We let them come to us.
I got you.
They're coming on their own terms. You can see how big. Roland's kind of baiting them up there a little bit, just like baiting up fish, getting them a little closer. And they're eating off the ground. Hopefully, we're going to get some of these deer up here. And I'd like to see Prince Charming, Roland, eat out of your hand. You see, he's coming up to me here.
Yeah.
He's real confident coming up here to me. Even the wild child is not wanting to come up to you. She's staying back there. That's her right there.
Yeah.
And she's staying back a little bit. And the little whitey, he's up here. But all right, let's see if we can get here, buddy. Here. Come here. If you just hold it out to them, they'll come up to it. Okay, just hold it out to him. There, he's going to come up and eat out of your hand. Hold it right down to him.
Wow.
Looky there. Roland's got Prince Charming up here now.
That's a big deer.
We've got wild childs right over here. I'm going to get me something to give wild child here. Yeah, it's a big deer. That's a huge deer.
Wow.
There's a wild child. And I just go back from one to the other. I just kind of share them around. See, he's up here wanting something from you right now.
Wow. Wow.
Kind of share.
Where is it? Isn't this wild?
Child, she's up over there.
That's a big deer. What kind of that's a crazy rack. That's the daggonest rack I've ever seen.
There's something in it, and that horn is broken off. He broke that drop tine, and since it doesn't have any blood in it, it's died, and it's just hanging there on him.
Yeah.
And he'll eventually fall off, I'm pretty sure. Or he'll knock it off when he starts rubbing that velvet off of his horns. It's velvet. It's pink velvet, but it's velvet.
They don't bite. They don't bite your hands.
Here, give her some.
Give her some.
Yeah, it's wild child.
Yeah.
Here you go, baby. I just take them, give them one, and share them, go back and forth between the mouths is what I do. Pretty cool, huh?
Boy, that's something else. I've never done this before.
Pretty
This is a
cool.
brand new deal.
Yeah,
they're not eating my hand.
Now you get one hand. You got to put it in your mouth today, because they're.
Yeah.
They are. Let me see. Here you go, wild child. They like that, and I go from one to the other. I make them. They get sort of sharing. They get where they'll do that. Let's see if I can get a collar on her.
Yeah.
Come here, baby. Come here. Get a collar on you, no problem, is it? Let me get you some food here. Here you go. I don't know what you want after. This is Rose over here. See, Rose has come up here now that I'm helping.
Here, I'll film you feeding them. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, Roland's gonna let me do a little feeding here. Now I'll make them share. I'll make them share. Like there's Rose, Prince Charming. There's someone for you out there, boy.
Wow.
There you go, little guy. I know what you like, and you'll eat anything. That big Prince Charming will eat anything.
He's really hungry.
Yeah, he's aggressive. He's very aggressive.
He's got everything going.
They get lots of
Now, what's that
carrots.
rack going to do? It's going to go crazy, huh?
Oh yeah, it's going to be really big. It'll
have a lot of points, or just
it's hard and
yeah.
heck yeah.
Now, how old is that deer? How old is Prince Charming?
That's his third rack.
Third rack. Okay.
So he's not very old.
I got you.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Hey, boy, this is something.
All right, I'm gonna save a few, Roland. We'll go up and see if we can get. We'll run up to the pen real quick and look at the two little bucks that are. We're gonna try to use them as breed bucks
Yeah.
if they'll make it to this fall.
Well, this is something else.
And
You know,
even know.
the tragic thing about 4 years ago, remember I came in here 3 years ago
Yeah.
and a couple of your big bucks died.
oh, it happens
We had
every year.
the blue tongue?
Blue tongue.
Blue tongue.
Every year we lose them, and it's just such a sad deal.
Yeah.
I love the grapes. They love the grapes, especially Whitey. Whitey's a grape hound. I promise you, he's a grape hound. And Prince Charming, I hope, will come over here, and Rose and Split Ears. Once they see you eating, they're going to come over here. But now these two we raised by a bottle. This is Wild Child. Oh, no, that's not Wild Child. That's Split Ear. See, her ear is split. Yeah. That's how she got her name. She had a tag in there and got it hung in a fence sometime. And she's, we named her Split Ear, and that's those babies' mamas. That's the baby's mamas right there. I'm hoping we get Wild Child over here because I definitely want to get this collar on Wild Child. Might throw a few out there on the ground, see if they'll come over a little closer. Some horseflies out here. I think, I don't know where Wild Child is. She was out here. She should be coming up here. I thought that was Wild Child Split Ear, but you can see how big Split Ear is. She's an old. She's 7 or 8 years old. And you see, she'll try to get in that bag if she can. But you can see what's going on there. So far, Roland's only been able to entice Split Ear and little Whitey up there to eat out of his hand. But now the white doe won't eat out of your hand. You'll just have to pitch some out there on the ground to them. But now Prince Charming was probably going to come over there. And I imagine Wild Child will come over there. Just throw a handful out there on the ground, just 10 foot away from you. So look at the little does running over there, taking off 100 miles an hour. Whitey, I don't have the food. Roland's got the food, buddy. Roland's got the food, pal. Yeah. Says, I just come over here to see you, Jimmy. I love you. I just come over here to see you. But I'm trying to get, so far, if you'll just wait, they'll come to you. Okay. Hey, here comes Prince Charming. He's probably going to come on over. Just hold it out there to him. He'll come. Once he gets over and gets used to you, I think he'll come right over there and start eating out of your hand. Well, that's a big one, isn't it? Yeah, he's a big one. He broke that drop tine off, and that drop tine, of course, has died. Doesn't have any blood going to it because it's broken off and it's black. Huh. Terrible looking. And yeah, I can't believe little Whitey. Maybe if I'm standing up there beside you, that might relax a little bit. Don't walk toward them. Walking toward them is that's what bugs them. They got to come to you. That's how we get the wild ones, to come up. Is really? We don't ever walk toward them. We let them come to us. And okay. They're coming on their own terms. You can see how big. Now, Roland's kind of baiting them up there a little bit, just like baiting up fish, getting them a little closer. And they're eating off the ground. Hopefully, we're going to get some of these deer up here. And I'd like to see Prince Charming, Roland, eat out of your hand. You see, he's coming up to me here. He's real confident coming up here to me. Even Wild Child is not wanting to come up to you. She's staying back there. That's her right there. And she's staying back a little bit. And a little Whitey, he's up here. But, all right. Let's see if we can get, Here, buddy. Here. Come here. If you just hold it out to him, they'll come up to it. Okay, just hold it out to him. There, he's going to come up and eat out of your hand. Hold it right down to him. Looky there. Roland's got Prince Charming up here now.
That's a big deer.
And we got Wild Child's right over here. I'm going to get me something to give Wild Child here. Yeah, it's a big deer. That's a huge deer. There you go, Wild Child. And I just go back from one to the other. I just kind of share them around. See, he's up here wanting something from you right now.
Wow.
I just kind of share. Where is Wild Child? She's up over there.
It's a big deer.
Yeah.
What kind of that's a crazy rack. That's the daggonest rack I've ever seen.
It's something in it, and that horn's broken off. That he broke that drop tine, and since it doesn't have any blood in it, it's died, and it's just hanging there on him.
Yeah.
And it'll eventually fall off. I'm pretty sure, or he'll knock it off when he starts rubbing those that velvet off of his horns. It's velvet. It's pink velvet, but it's velvet.
They don't bite. They don't
Here,
bite.
here, give her some.
Give her some.
No, it's Wild Child.
Yeah.
Here you go, baby. I just take them, give them one, and share them, go back and forth between the mouths is what I do. Pretty cool, huh?
Boy, that's something else. I've never done this before.
Pretty cool.
That's a brand new deal.
Yeah, give her.
Get my hand.
Now you get one hand. You got to put it in your mouth with that, because they're. Yeah, they are. Let me see. Here you go, Wild Child. See, like that. And I go from one to the other. I make them. They get sort of sharing. They get where they'll do that. Let's see if I can get a collar on her. Really, very cool.
This is really something else. Wow.
All right, let's go up. Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy. That's it. I'm gonna take some of that. Y'all eat about 5 pounds. We got a little bit left, about a pound left. We got about a pound left. We'll take that up, and we'll take that pound up to the pens and feed those other 2 little bucks. They've got their first set of horns, just like the little whitey here.
Okay.
Let's go do it. Still running or shut her down.
Getting in the little deal. We'll go up to the other pen. Where are we going now, Jimmy?
We're gonna head on up to the big pen. This is just the house pens here where we keep the albinos. I built the house pen. I built this one little one right here for the albino buck and doe, and then she had 2 little bucks, so then we went to 4, and so I added on that in the back, and we decided to use it as a nursery where we can take care of the little deer that need to be taken care of, and also have the albinos in there where we can put some does in there for albino buck to breed. Now we have 3 albino bucks, so hopefully we'll get the albino genes in a lot of the brown deer. And we'll get those albino genes in the brown deer, they're going to have piebald. And piebald deer are unique in that they can have brown anywhere or white anywhere. Some of them have a lot of white, some of them have a little white, but they're all like humans. They all look a little bit different from each other. They don't any of them look the same. Whereas a white-tailed deer or an albino deer all pretty much look the same. The piebalds are all unique. So I've never seen a piebald in the wild.
I have seen piebald.
Yeah, I've never seen one in the wild.
Yeah, I've hunted them up in Virginia. I've seen the piebald.
Virginia and South Carolina has quite a few.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah, but we just don't have any. So I just kind of thought if I get the albino gene started out here in the wild, when we start to have them show up out in the wild after a few years, I think it'd be pretty cool. Unique feature. Piebalds can exist better in the wild than albinos. Albinos, of course, are pure white, so they're not camouflaged unless it's snow. That's why, the areas that have albinos are mostly in the north. But they don't have really good eyesight. They have those blue eyes, so they don't have good eyesight. They still can smell very well, but they have a more difficult time just getting by in the wild. And the piebalds can get by a lot better.
Now, you didn't have, last time I was here, you didn't have that pen down by the house. You had this pen.
That's all.
This is your original pen.
This is all the original. It goes down over the hill. It's a pretty good sized pen.
I see.
We've got quite a few deer in here now. We got 2 bucks here and here by themselves, and the reason we got them by themselves is we got some babies in there that are small bucks, and once the rut starts, these guys would kill them. So we separated these two out by themselves. And plus, the big mature does will attack these little bucks, but these small young bucks. But now these bucks, as they get older, of course, are going to be a lot bigger. And hopefully they are old enough to breed this fall. I think they will be, without any problem, be old enough to breed. And they are both out of Whitey, which is one of the best bucks we've had. And they might feel kind of nervous with you in here, but we'll get in there and see what we got. Okay, we're in here with our two bucks that we hope that they become breeder bucks maybe this fall. We're going to put that best one there. That's got the best antlers. Here they're coming up here toward us just like they're supposed to. Yeah, they're going to come on up here. We're going to put they both got a lot of horns, but one of them is a lot more narrow and doesn't have quite as many points. But you can see there that.
Are you going to return these to the wild?
Well, it depends. It depends on what we got in the way of breed bucks. We will return them to the wild eventually, but for right now, we're probably going to keep both these. This one on the left over there, you can see how big he is. That's his first horns. You can see how big he is right there. And I'll let you video and see if I can get him to come up here and eat out of my hands.
Yeah, look at that.
And they're changing colors, while they're motley looking because they're changing to their winter coat, their dark brown, gray looking winter coat.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in here with our two bucks that we hope that they become breeder bucks maybe this fall. We're going to put that best one there. That's got the best antlers. Here they're coming up here toward us just like they're supposed to. Yeah, they're going to come on up here. We're going to put they both got a lot of horns, but one of them is a lot more narrow and doesn't have quite as many points. But you can see there that.
Are you gonna return these to the wild?
Well, it depends. It depends on what we got in the way of breed bucks. We will return them to the wild eventually, but for right now, we're probably going to keep both these. This one on the left over there, you can see how big he is. That's his first horns. Wow. You can see how big he is right there. And I'll let you video and see if I can get him to come up here and eat out of my hands.
Yeah, look at that.
And they're changing colors, while they're motley looking because they're changing to their winter coat, their dark brown, gray looking winter coat.
Yeah. Huh.
See if we can get this guy coming down my hands. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's okay. He'll come right to you, eat through the fence. They got that fence in between you. Come on. Come on. It's okay. There we go. That's a boy. There you go. That a boy. Come on. We got more. Come on. I got an apple. Here. How about an apple? Come here. Come here. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here, buddy. Here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come here. Here. Come here. A little nervous with you in here, I believe. He said, "You're going to throw them to me whether I come eat out of your hand or not, Jimmy." You see, his rack's narrow, and he's kind of got a goofy-looking rack. We are going to put him. You never can tell from that, though. I mean, he still might end up being beautiful.
What's that, just the first year?
Yeah, it's his first horns.
Okay.
And the other deer is much larger. It's got a lot better rack on him, and they're I don't know if they're twins or not. We just have to look at their numbers and see. They got consecutive numbers. They could possibly be twins. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Look you there. They're just nervous about you being in here. Come on. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on. I'm going to leave them all anyway with y'all. I really wanted to get a little better look at that guy's antlers. We haven't looked at them on the antlers video. in the last couple weeks, and so I brought Roland up here thinking we could do that. We can get a real good look at this guy's antlers up close. He's right here, very, very close. He did eat a carrot or two out of my hand. And you can see he's got like 5 on one side and 4 or 5 on the other side. But they're just all discombobulated. They're going in every which direction.
Yeah.
And so you can't really tell that much about it. These deer were born last year in May or June, so they're like June, July, August. They're just only about 14 months old right now. Their horns are still growing, but you can see he's got quite a bit. I hope to get the other one over here to try to give you a little bit better look. I'll zoom in as good as I can. We might not be able to get real close to him. He's a little nervous with somebody strange in the pen with him. And by golly, Roland is strange.
This is quite an experience being this close to, you know, these are pen deer, but these are wild deer too, you know.
Yeah.
So they're not, you know, they're not completely. I'm going to film you feeding that thing, Jerry.
I'd like to get him to at least come out where I can get a better look at him. Still on the wrong side. I see 4 of them over and 3 of them fell on the wrong side. Okay.
You get on the other side.
It's okay. Come in. Okay, we got him out here a little bit more. He's actually moved out to get away from it. You can just see how much difference his antlers are. Of course, he's a mature, more looking deer. He's already changing. He's already changing to his winter coat. But we get just good a look at his antlers as a scan there. He's went over to eat some South Fresh feed out of the Texas Hunter protein feeder, demand feeder. They've got food on demand, so they got all they want to eat anytime they want it. Where the deer on the outside, we don't have that way. Of course, the elk would empty those feeders every single day. And we can't allow that to happen. But you can see there, he feels more secure back under that awning. You can see what he looks like there. Woohoo!
Boy, Jimmy, you know, you really got something going here. How many years have you been doing this now?
Well, I guess this is about the 4th year that we've got involved in it, and it's like a heartache and triumph at the same time, because
I've seen
you see these.
A couple
Deer,
you
lose these big deer, you lose the baby deer, you get a little baby fawn, and you handle it and doctor it and tag it. And then it's like lives for 2 or 3 or 4 months. It gets to be a big, little, beautiful rascal, and you get fond of them, and then they just die. And when that blue tongue hits in the fall, it attacks any deer. It has no discrepancy.
You haven't got it hasn't hit yet.
No, blue tongue always happens in the fall, and so it's usually a September, October, November deal, which is right in front of the rut, which is bad. But we've got one of the great things we had is we've turned a lot of these deer loose. Yeah. The majority of these deer get turned loose, and we've got a lot of babies running around on the ranch that have genes just like these guys right here. That from a big Iowa-bred doe or a big Iowa-bred buck. You know, they've got the genes in them, so they can produce some really, really big ones.
I had to kind of.
They'll always pee in front of the camera every time.
I had to zoom in the wrong way. Let me ask you again, Jimmy. How long have you had this operation going?
I think we've been doing it about 4 years now. I think the oldest deer that we've got here we've had for 4 years, and we've turned most of the deer loose every year. We've turned 25, 30 babies loose every year. This year we don't have nearly as many babies to turn loose, but we've got quite a few, and we've got a lot of deer running around out there in the woods that have the Iowa genetics in them. These big giant genetics that produce these big horns at an early age, and both and genetics is just as important in the doe. So an Iowa does that we turn loose from here that are born here, and our bucks breed them, Oklahoma bucks breed them, they're still going to produce real big antlers. And so it's all good, and we're just doing it. We don't sell hunts. We don't sell deer. Kind of hobby. Woo-hoo!
You found many arrowheads here?
No.
No.
They find a lot in the area. I just don't even look for them. Oh, Benelli stayed in the middle. That was good. Good girl, Benelli. Good girl. Good girl.
Our fishing dog, Benelli. A good deal, huh? Yeah.
Their channel is called Jimmy and Chris Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch channel. Okay. That's the original channel. It's got 124,000 people on it. Wow. Yeah, that's our original YouTube channel, and I started when you had me do it back in 2019. Yeah. And we just broke the fishing off of there to Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing. We broke off the devotional channel into Catch a Better Life channel. So that's why we have 3 channels. And we just were, I mean, we post a total of about 20 videos a week, 18 or 20 videos a week. Wow. We post 7, one every day on the Catch a Better Life. We post, I think, 6 days. The baby's running there.
Yeah, look at the turkeys.
Catch a Better Life every 6 out of 7 days, every day. The Ranch Channel, I think, 6 out of 7 days. And Jimmy Houston Fishing maybe 5 or 6 days a week. So about 18 to 20 videos every single week. So we needed 3 channels in order not to clutter one of them up too much. Everybody needs to be on all 3 channels, actually.